Here are the rules for the STIHL Timbersports World Championships. 6 disciplines, 3 chopping events and 3 sawing events. It's all about the accumulation of points from all 6 disciplines, so these top guys really can't afford to make any mistakes whatsoever.
In the first round, each athlete competes in 3 disciplines. The fastest gets 12 points, the second 11, the third 10, and so on. The points earned in all 3 disciplines are then added up.
It all starts off with the underhand chop.
The underhand chop was formerly used to cut up logs lying on the ground. Standing on a horizontally anchored block, the athletes use an axe to cut through a 32-centimeter log. The block has to be chopped from both sides.
Braden Meyer has held the world record for the underhand chop since 2015.
So the second discipline is the STIHL stock saw.
In this discipline, athletes have to cut 2 discs known as cookies off a log in the fastest time. The first cut is made downward and the second upward. The athletes use a standard off-the-shelf saw.
In 2018, Christophe Leroux surprised everyone at the French Championship with a new world record in the stock saw.
So then we move on to the standing block chop.
The goal here is to chop through a standing wood block 30 centimeters in diameter from both sides. This simulates traditional tree felling. It's man versus tree.
At the World Championship in Liverpool in 2018, Matt Kogar achieved a fabled world record in the standing block chop.
So once the first 3 disciplines are over and done with, and unfortunately we've lost the 4 slower athletes, we then move on to our next round of 2. But it now goes on to double points for these 2 disciplines. So now we talk about the single buck.
The single buck is a one-man pull saw 2 meters in length. The athlete uses the saw to cut a complete disc off a wood block 46 centimeters in diameter. Rhythm and power is key.
Jason Wynyard set the world record in the single buck discipline at the 2007 US Championship, using aids still permitted back then, a wedge and spray. These aids have been banned since the 2019 World Championships. The best result under the new rules comes from the Canadian Ben Cumberland.
So we move on to the springboard.
Springboard simulates a traditional way of felling trees over thick roots. First, notches known as pockets are chopped into the log. 2 springboards are then anchored into these pockets. The athlete climbs up to chop through a block of wood in the fastest time from there. Canadian
Sterling Hart has held the world record in the springboard discipline since 2016 with an unbelievable time of 35.67 seconds.
But this time, instead of losing 4 athletes, we actually just lose the 2. That will leave us 6 to move on to our final round, which is the hot saw. But now it's triple points. It gives everybody an opportunity. If they've made a couple of mistakes, you know what? I could just sneak back in and steal the crown.
Hot saw is the final discipline. It's all about the perfect melding of man and machine. These saws weigh almost 30 kilograms with 60 horsepower or more. The competitor has to cut 3 cookies off a log as fast as he can. The athlete who has earned the most points in the end is the STIHL Timbersports World Champion.
The German Timbersports legend, Dirk Braun, has held the record in this king of disciplines since 2016. His amazing time remains unbeaten to this day.